Hello, 8th grade. How are you? I hope you're fine. I'm pretty sure, well, I've spoken with some of you and I know you're already bored of being in your houses and now you miss school, right? Oh well. Today we're going to continue with volcanoes. Remember that last week we saw parts of a volcano. We saw the stages of a volcano, that a volcano can be dormant if it hasn't erupted. It can be active when it's making an eruption, or it can just go extinct, which means that it doesn't longer exist. So today we're going to focus on the different landforms of a volcano. We have three main types of volcano, which are composite, shield, and cinder cone. All right, those are the three main types of volcanoes that we have, and they change according to their shape. Volcanic eruptions create landforms that are made from lava, ashes, or rocks. Remember that when a volcano makes an eruption, it liberates or it produces, the magma becomes lava, and with the lava comes a lot of rock and ashes and pieces of molten rock that are going outside. So that's going to create different types of landforms. So the first one we have here is the composite volcano. Composite volcanoes are tall, they're cone-shaped mountains with layers of lava and layers of ash. They make quiet eruptions, meaning that they're just going to let lava go out, but they can also be explosive because they have a magma chamber below. So they can make quiet eruptions, but they can also make an explosive eruption. And number two, we have a shield volcano. A shield volcano, lava is going to flow gradually and gently throughout it because the magma chamber, it's very close to the top, so it's not going to make an explosion. It's just going to leave it go quietly and liberate ashes and smoke and lava. All right, then we have the cinder cone. Cinder cone is like the classic shape of a volcano, all right? Normally the one we draw or when we make a volcano experiment is the one that we make in a model, because they have that like cone shape, all right? You have that shape of a cone. They're localized on mountains, and they are very destructive because they produce an eruption that is going to cause ashes and cinder cones. Remember that we have different types of eruptions, and the ones that have cinder, it's going to liberate ashes, pieces of rock, and it's going to cause fires, and those rocks are going to fall on people or cars or houses, and it's just going to tear them down. All right. And finally, we have a lava plateau, which is just a landform that has been left out of a volcano, that you have the cracks directly from the inner core, from the magma chamber that's touching the surface. So magma is continuously flowing. So that one's not going to make an explosion. It's just going to be runny lava all around it. The fifth one that we have is called the caldera. The caldera is when a composite volcano, when we had a composite volcano, and that composite volcano made explosion, it exploded, and that explosion was so big, so great, that it destroys the whole landform, and the area where the magma chamber was, it's destroyed. Everything is destroyed, and so you're left with a lake. All right, that's a caldera. There used to be a volcano, it exploded massively hard, and then you're left with a lake. All right, that's why you just see the water on the inside, or I tried to draw a water. So it's a small shape of a cone that it's going to be filled with water. So those are the volcanic landforms. But we have something very important when we're talking about volcanoes, lava, magma, and all that. And it's that we have geothermal activity. What does geothermal mean? Geo comes from earth and thermal comes from hot, from heat. This means that we have water that's heating underground because it's close to a magma chamber, or it's close to that lava flow, that magma flows that you have underwater. So on the first one, we have hot springs. Hot springs is that you can have a river or a tiny pond that has hot water. For example, las aguas termales. All right. aguas thermales is because you have water that has the contact with magma and lava. So they get hot, and they boil that water. And you have differences of temperature. The ones that are just beneath the magma, it's going to be really hot. And as it flows, it's going to be a little bit less hot, all right? So that's a hot spring. Then we have the geyser. Geysers are, well, if you can look for it on your book on page 223, you can see an image, because I don't know how to explain this. It's a fountain of water that erupts, right? It's kind of like you're walking by and there's a place where there's kind of like a hole and there's water on it, and eventually it gets so hot that the water just goes upward, all right? And then it falls back down. And the water's really hot, so you cannot touch it. All right, but that's a geyser. Water's getting heated underground, and whoop, it erupts up, and then it falls back down. And the process continues. As it goes out, it coldens up, and it falls, and it stays there for a minute, and then again, woof, again up and down. All right, so that's a geyser. So that's the different types of volcanic landforms. This is the theory. Make sure you copy the different volcanoes on your notebook. And I'm going to leave you also a video of Nat Geo of how a caldera forms, so that you can see the explosion and see at the end how do we stay with a caldera. So this is it for volcanoes. If you have questions, please let me know. I haven't received also any questions of literature story. So if you do have questions of literature, please also text me. I hope you understand, guys. Have a nice day.